Hi there, and welcome to Koji. You're probably here because you cloned our Getting Started template, or you want to learn about how Koji can help you build and publish apps and games live on the web. In this video, we'll be giving you a brief tour of the Koji platform, and then we're going to be building and publishing a game ourselves. If you go to gokoji.com, you'll be taken to our homepage where you can learn a little bit about the platform and find a few of our most popular game templates. Directly to the right of the homepage is our templates page, where you can find all of the different games and applications that you can clone and modify for yourself. Templates are the starting point for any Koji project. Directly to the right of templates, you'll find all of the projects that you've created. And then on the right-hand side of the top bar, you'll find a link to our community Discord page where you can chat with other developers and get live help. Directly to the right of community is your profile page. Let's go ahead and clone our Getting Started template. We're going to click on the template card, and then we're going to click on Use Template. Now let's give our project a name. I'm going to call it My Space Game. It'll take a few moments for the editor to load, but what's happening is Koji is getting all of your project files, building a remote environment for you to edit on, and starting a server so that you can see changes in a preview on the right-hand side. Now that the editor is loaded, you'll notice that a preview of the application has loaded on the right-hand side. This is a fully functioning application, and we can publish this to the web right now if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that just yet. Directly underneath, you'll see a terminal window. We can go ahead and close this window out because we're not going to be using it in this tutorial. Then, on the left-hand side, you'll see your project directory. This is separated into 4 key sections. The project section will show you an overview of your project, and when you're ready to publish your application, you can click on Publish Now. Directly under the project section, you'll find the customization section. In this section, you'll find several visual customization controls for different things that you can modify without touching the code of your project. This project in particular allows you to edit the colors, game settings, pieces, and sounds, and we'll be visiting those in just a second. Directly under the customization section is the code section, where you'll find all of the code to your project. You'll notice that this project has a back end and a front end, and we can dive into the code by going to Pages, Game Pages, and Index.js. This is all just regular code, and you can edit it as you please. This project in particular was created with React.js and uses styled components. The last section is the advanced section, and here you'll find some useful tools and some settings to your project. You can access tools like analytics, set up a custom domain, access database controls, use plugins to inject code after you've published your project, create scheduled jobs for automation, and see all of the published versions. The settings section will allow you to see all of your recent activity in the project, check out settings for your development environment, and give you access to the GitHub repository of this project. Let's go ahead and start making some customizations. We'll dive into the visual customization controls. The first thing we're going to change is the colors section. Let's go ahead and change the text color. You'll notice that when we change the color in the visual customization controls, the color will also change on the right-hand side. Now let's quickly edit the rest of the colors. We'll make piece 1 color blue, piece 2 color a slightly lighter green, piece 3 color maybe we'll make pink, piece 4 orange, 5 we'll make a lighter blue, and 6 we'll make purple. Let's change our text color back to white. And notice how the text color on the right-hand side also changes. Now let's dive into our game settings. We want to make sure that our game is titled correctly, so we're going to change our game to Space Match. Our start button might say something like play. We can change our font family by going into Google Fonts, and I found a font called Poppins. All we need to do is copy this name and paste it at the end. And you'll want to make sure that there isn't a space right here. Now let's change our background image. You can change your background image by either clicking on the image or clicking on the pencil icon at the right. We're going to import a URL and rehost it on Koji, but you also can upload your own file by clicking on Browse. I found this image that is hosted on the web. Now let's rehost it on Koji by clicking on the URL, copying it, and pasting it in the URL section here, and clicking on Rehost. Now you'll see a new image appear, and our preview is changed on the right. Now let's quickly check out our application. If we click on play, you'll notice that we have a fully functioning game. Let me turn off the sound here. But what if we wanted to edit something like the number of columns or rows? Well, we can also do that because the creator of the template has created a VCC, a visual customization control, for these settings. Let's change the number of columns. Let's change the number of rows to 6 and the number of columns to 9. We'll also increase the moves to 25 moves per game and give a base score of 100. Lastly, we'll make our animations a bit shorter to 300 milliseconds. Now let's go ahead and change the pieces to our game. So you noticed that we had gems. We're going to actually change this to fit with our space theme. So just like before, we're going to copy the URL of our image and paste it in the Import from URL section. The creator of this template also left the 6th piece blank. So we're going to go ahead and add a 6th piece. The last thing you can change in your game is the sounds, but we're going to leave this as is. Now we have a fully functioning space match game that we've themed and created ourselves. You'll notice that the rows and columns are different and the animations are a bit faster. So now that we have a fully functioning application, let's go ahead and test this out in full screen mode before we publish. We'll click on this icon at the top right and it will open a full screen window of the application. Alright, it looks like everything's working, so let's go ahead and publish our game. We'll go back into the editor and then click on Publish Now. Let's go ahead and give our app a name. We'll call this Space Match. We'll give it a thumbnail. Now you can use a hosted image and put in a URL here, or you can choose a file by clicking on Choose File at the right. We're just going to use the same background image. Now let's give our app a description. Play this match 3 game set in space. Let's give our game some search tags to make it easier to find on withkoji.com. We'll give it a tag like game, arcade, fun, space. You'll want to make sure that all of your tags are comma separated. Lastly, We'll leave our game public so that other people can discover it on withkoji.com. Now that we're ready to publish, let's go ahead and click on Publish Now. Now Koji is publishing our application to withkoji.com. Withkoji.com is the place where you'll be able to view all of the apps that you've created, as well as all of the apps created by the entire Koji community. It's very exciting, and you'll be able to discover new applications and eventually be able to clone and modify those applications. That notification sound means that our application has been published. Now we can find our application on withkoji.com by clicking on this toast notification here at the bottom, or clicking on Open Published App at the top right of the Publish Now window. Let's go ahead and open it up to make sure it's working on withkoji.com. As we mentioned before, withkoji.com is the place where you'll see all of the applications that you've created, as well as the applications created by other members of the Koji community. Alright, it looks like everything's working, which means we did it. We built our own application and published it live to the web using Koji. The last thing we need to do is share it with our friends. So we're going to go ahead and click on one of these share icons here at the bottom. I'm going to share my game to Facebook. I'm going to say something like, "Hey, I made a super fun game. Check it out." And then I'll click on Post to Facebook here at the bottom. Now my game has been posted to social media so that my friends can play along with me. And that's it. Within a few minutes, we built and published our own game live to the web. I hope you learned a lot in this video. Don't forget to click on our like and subscribe button to more updates to the Koji platform. Also, if you make anything, don't forget to tag us at MadeWithKoji. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.